begin in child's pose. You're going to stretch your arms out past your head, lengthen the spine, and as you do this, you're going to press your hips back towards your heels. Take a nice deep breath in, expanding the ribs up underneath your shoulder blades. And as you breathe, feel this expansion. Nice deep breath in. And then come up into sitting on your knees. And maybe take a second to set your intention for your practice. Think about anything you're trying to accomplish. And allow that intention to kind of sit and settle within your body and your mind. Continue to breathe nice, easy inhales and exhales. Don't try to force the breath, just let it go with your body. If this is too intense for you to sit on your knees, you can go ahead and just sit Indian style. Or place a blanket behind your knees. Moving now into tabletop, which is placing your hands flat on the ground, shoulders over the wrists, and then we're going to push back down into child's pose. So we're going to move back and forth, just pressing our hips forward. This is more of a range of motion exercise. You don't have to go in the full extent of the pose. We're really just moving back and forth, adding some movement to our hips, just preparing our body for the rest of the session. And just allow your breath to kind of go with this movement. And if there's at any point you feel like you need to hang out in child's pose, you can feel free to stay there and get an extra stretch. Coming back into any movements that you feel you need for your body. What I'm doing here is sort of a hip roll, going to the outer corners of my hips, so all the way down in child's pose, and then just moving it around in circles. I like to call this like an inner massage for my hips. Just trying to make nice big circles around. This is also range of motion. Meeting in child's pose again. And remember, this is kind of like a home pose. If you ever feel like you need to take a break, this is a great one to go to. Flip the toes. We're going to move into down dog. So you're trying to create a triangle with your body. And we're going to pedal the knees in and out, just stretching the calves. In down dog, your hands are supposed to go further than your head, and then you're sinking your head in between your arms. It's really decompressing the cervical spine. And take some nice long breaths here. shift into a high plank. So you're trying to pull your belly button towards your spine. Shoulders are strong. Try to flatten your body as much as you can. Just holding yourself up. This is one of the things you'll notice when you first start yoga, is that you'll start to build strength. Lower down, just using your arm strength. And then lift up into upward dog. So pushing your chest through your shoulders, heads up, and you're going to relax your lower body. Push back into child's pose. Always remembering to breathe. Flip the toes back into down dog. So we're going to do a lot of down dogs in this class. Really try to release your head and neck and your arms. And as you breathe, you're just trying to release the neck. If you need to, move your head around just to kind of signal to your body to let go of my head and neck. This is great decompression. This is really good for if you're at a desk all day, if you have neck problems. Shift back over into high plank. Lower down, and then lift back up into upward dog. Always pressing the chest through the shoulders. Back to child's pose. Flip the toes back into down dog. So you're trying to press your heels back. They might not go all the way, but that's okay. It's the working towards. Look for the stretch on the back of the legs. You're lifting your hips up as high as you can. Arms are strong. Even spread your fingers out. Lift the right leg up, point the toe. Release, and you're going to pull the knee up towards your head. Hold it there. Nice squeeze. And then drop that leg in front of you for pigeon. So this one, you're trying to get your hips level. I'm going to add a modification here. If you feel like you need an extra stretch on the quad, you can pull the back leg up and grab it with your hand. This is not, you don't have to do this. This is just if you want and feel like you need extra stretch. This is advancing the pose. And you're really just trying to lift your body up nice and straight. And then we're going to release all the way down as far as you can go down in front of you. So just try to make sure that your hips are pointing forward or straight. And really relax into the pose. Maybe notice if you have any tight spots around your hips or knees. Breathe. Those nice deep inhales is what helps to release the deeper tissues, the muscles, and the tendons and ligaments. So modification for a pigeon is you would place a block up underneath your hip of the leg that is pulled forward. Now you're just going to bring your legs back, and we're going to move back into downward dog. If you feel like you need to move your knees a little bit to kind of loosen up or bring circulation back, do that. But take some nice deep breaths. So in a class and you keep coming back to one of the same poses, you're actually working on getting better at and deeper into the poses. Now we're going to lift the left leg up, point the toe. Basically going to do the same thing on the left side. Bring the knee up as high as you can. Hold it, squeezing. This is great for the core. And then drop it in front of you. Get comfortable in pigeon. And remember, this modification is not necessary if you don't want to do it, but you can lift the back leg up. Grab it with your hand or arm. I've seen people putting their foot in their crevice of their elbow. And you're trying to lift your body up nice and tall. Release the leg. If not, then just release your body all the way forward. Adjust if necessary. So you're always trying to make sure you're in the most comfortable position when it's like reaching your edge. And once you find your edge, then you take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. Really sink into the pose. Bringing your feet back into down dog, pedaling the knees back and forth, working out anything that feels like letting go of circulation. And then slide the hands up the front of the body, bringing the arms all the way up above the head. Reach, reach, reach to the sky. And here you can either reach straight up, lifting the shoulders up, or arch back. Float all the way down, bringing the arms back behind us as high as you can, and then all the way back up again. Arching back, nice big movements. So when you bend down, you're bringing your torso over your knees, arms are coming way back. Lift all the way up. That's good. You're just creating this flow movement with your breath in and out. Now we're going to turn and face the front of the mat. We're going to spread the feet further than shoulders width. Bring the arms all the way back up again. Arching back with the legs spread further apart. Then bring them out to your sides. You're going to reach straight to the left. Trying to keep your body nice and straight. And then to the right. It's like sliding across. Back to the right or left. And then to the right. You're going to lift the right arm up as high as you can. The left arm just comes down, resting on the leg. And then to the other side. Same thing. You're lifting the shoulders up. The head and neck and eyes can look towards the hand in the sky. Alternating side to side. This is great for stretching out the side body. We're not trying to lean over. It's more you're lifting straight up. Turn the left leg and face forward, and then the back foot is going to be out a little bit. This is like warrior feet. Bending the front knee, so you want a 90 degree, and you can place your elbow on top of your knee and lift the arm up to the sky, really opening the chest, or you can place your arm all the way down to the ground, whatever you feel is your level. And then let that top arm drift over and reach across. So creating a long line from your fingertips to your toe tips. Come all the way back up. Turn forward. Lift the arms back to the sky. Both of them up in the air. I'm going to switch sides. So taking the right leg, turning and facing it forward. Back foot is turned out, and either the elbow is on the knee, or you can go all the way down to the ground, and then the top arm is lifted up and you're opening the chest. Just remember, wherever you are, that's fine. You'll gain flexibility, and then float that arm over. Stretching, making a nice long line. And all the way back up to the middle. Now you're going to turn your feet out. So the knees are out, and it's sort of like a plie. So you're squat down a little bit, lift the arms up. Just loosening the hip flexors in and out. So the arms can go several different ways. You can bring them out in front of you, up above you, whatever feels comfortable to help balance you. And obviously the deeper you go down, the better of a stretch you're gonna get. But this is also a glute builder. You can make these go as long as you want. You're trying to tighten the glutes. Squeeze when you come up, and just let the flow of your breath kind of match your movement. Remember, the feet are out, facing out, not forward. Then place your hands on right above your knees, and you're gonna kind of just release your butt towards the ground. This is a great inner thigh, groin stretch. Just trying to drop the bottom. And then you're just gonna alternate crossing the shoulders to each knee. This is a nice twist. You might feel your spine adjusting. And it's just sort of pressing diagonally across your body. And then bring yourself all the way up in between. Again, the flow of the breath matches your movement, and you don't have to go as fast as me. You can go as fast or slow as you want. This is about becoming more intuitive to how your body feels. Bring the arms all the way back up, head and neck back, open expansion of the chest. Legs are still open, further than shoulder width. Hands on the hips, and then you're going to hinge down and pull the navel back towards the spine. Holding. Slowly slide your arms down towards your ankles, or you can come down towards the middle. And you're just trying to bring your head down towards the ground. This is a place where you can use blocks if you need to. But then you're just going to release your head, your neck, and your shoulders. Really let your torso go and fall forward, kind of like water falling forward. And then you can like kickstand your arms up too. Then you're going to bring your hands to your knees, turn your feet out again, and then squat all the way down into Malasana. Some people call this frog pose. Your elbows are on the inside of your legs, and you can press your knees out. Put your hands in prayer. Some people just put their arms out in front of them. Just sink in the bottom again. And then lifting all the way up into standing. come back to the front of the mat and then sit all the way down. And you're just going to kind of rotate back, balance on your hips. And you can either reach behind your hips and grab your hamstrings. You can grab your feet. You can cross your feet. There's several ways to do this. You're just lifting up and balancing kind of in boat pose. This is great for the abs as well. You can even do that Pilates 100 to move. Just breathing and holding. Release the feet into cobbler, so the soles of the feet press together, pull them all the way up, and then lift your arms back up towards the sky, expanding the rib cage. Breathe all the air out and fold forward. This is kind of countering the boat pose. Nice big breaths in and out. So you're trying to exit or release all the air out so you can fold forward further. And if your knees feel kind of high, that's okay. Your hips might be tight. That will get better over time. And then turn forward. Face the mat. Hands in prayer. I'm just going to come back to ourselves. Lift the arms all the way up. Breathing in. And as we breathe, I'm going to bring the arms back down. Inhale as you bring the arms up above. Exhale as the hands come back to prayer over the heart. Ending with the hands in prayer. Thanking yourself for doing this practice today. Thank you for joining me today. I hope this made you feel better and you will join me for other classes. Namaste.